want to start this shit off straight telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on in. Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Let's go. Let's
do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's
I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it
in.
no more. Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
It's the Bree and D show. Come on, man.
Hello out there in podcast land. So guys, we're coming back from a long weekend. We had a lot. I'm talking my 30th birthday, Father's Day, Juneteenth. It was a lot. Derek, how was your Father's Day?
I was at work.
Oh, yeah. How was your Juneteenth?
I was at fucking work, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, another exciting news, me and Derek both saw The Flash.
Yes. What'd you think of it?
I loved it. There was some funny parts in it. I definitely, I like the three Batmans. And did you notice the Nicolas Cage version of Batman in there too?
Nicolas Cage is Superman. No, that was Superman.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
This. There was a time in the 90s where Nicolas Cage was going to be Superman, and even I was probably in high school, I think, and I was like, that's not gonna work. I was like, nobody's gonna believe that Nicolas Cage.
He looked really funny.
The first thing I thought of was like Superman's shirt is kind of cut low, like, and The Rock is out by this point, and The Rock is one of my favorite movies. Nick Cage, Sean Connery, and I was like, yeah, he had his chest hair all out. I'm like, is he gonna shave or wax his chest because Superman's like shirt is cut kind of low? Like, we don't want to see this nigga chest hair or nothing like that. But I thought it was cool that I thought that Michael Keaton is my Batman.
Yes, that's the best Batman. Yes, yeah, and then I liked at the end where they had what's his face as Batman.
George Clooney.
Yes, and
that was dope.
I said, what's really
Batman and Robin is the worst. Batman and Robin is the worst Batman movie.
What's really funny to me about that is, and I will be honest, is that this man. So I say he may be the worst Batman, but he's definitely the most handsome. So there's that.
Here's the thing. The thing about George Clooney is the same thing I will say about Ben Affleck. Great Bruce Wayne. They embody everything.
Yes, they are great Bruce Wayne.
Playboy.
I will
great
agree.
Bruce Wayne. Not exactly Batman, right? But I did think it was a good movie. Unfortunately, it opened terribly at the box office. They said that they don't even think it's going to clear 55 million. So it opened terribly. I don't think we're going to see any more of Ezra Miller. Obviously, the DC universe is being reset anyway.
Yes.
So, but I do think it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it was great. There was some campy stuff in there, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. And
I didn't like the scenes when like the flying scenes, stuff like that, and when he was running. Of course, that looked kind of. But it was still a decent movie. It was something great that I saw with the family.
I like the fact that it allowed us to understand that there is a multiverse. I stayed for the post-credit scene, which turned out to be Jason Momoa, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. But anyway, Jason Momoa, Roman Reigns is on your ass. Like, he's gonna be done with WWE in some time, and then he's on your ass. So enjoy now, buddy, because Roman Reigns is fucking coming, and you being like the only like Samoan handsome nigga out there, it's a wrap, buddy, because these women love Roman Reigns. I'm telling you that right now. So enjoy, my friend. It's almost over. But other than that, yeah, I did enjoy it. It was kind of campy, but I did enjoy it. I will say that. So that's that. Anything else happen that we want to address before we get into the topics?
No, let's head on in, guys, because,
Okay, so disclaimer. There was another episode. I do want to let you guys know that. We had some technical difficulties. And basically, we lit into Mariah Mills because Sweetheart, somebody needs to take your fucking phone. And also, might I add, that is one of the worst hack jobs in plastic surgery history. Nobody believes that's your real body, girl. Nobody.
The funny thing is that Zaya will probably wake up every day and be like, fuck, she's still going? Like,
Anyway, man. So anyway, let's just go ahead and talk about Zion. So, this was the rumor. Apparently, my good guy Bill Simmons, who some people like to refer to as the Podfather, and I definitely refer to him as the Podfather because I didn't know what the fuck a podcast was until I started listening to Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons expects Zion Williamson to be traded this week. The NBA draft is fast approaching. Let me see what day the draft is. 2023 NBA draft. Thursday. So it's this Thursday, the 22nd. Very interesting. So Bill Simmons expects Zion Williamson to be traded this week. Bill Simmons is saying that a reliable source informed him Zion will no longer be on the Pelicans come Thursday. Apparently, from what I heard, and I'm not going to be like my sources told me because I don't have any sources. My sources are ESPN and Twitter, right? And whoever the fuck, if Shams, Woj, or somebody else tweets it, and then Bill tweets it, those are my sources. So Bill Simmons is my source. I'll say that. Apparently, they wanted to move him to Charlotte for the number 2 pick. Now, Charlotte, of course, we want to congratulate J. Cole, and I forget who else is in that group. They just bought
Eric somebody.
Okay. They just bought a majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's it for Mike. That's not. Michael Jordan is still an owner of the team. He is now a minority owner. He was the majority owner for quite some time. He bought it for Bob Johnson, who was at one point, I think Bob may have founded BET, if I'm not mistaken. But Bob Johnson was the man over at BET. And then he sought to bring basketball back to Charlotte after the Hornets moved to New Orleans and then subsequently became the Pelicans. And then Charlotte was the Bobcats. And then the Hornets name became open again. So Charlotte was like, well, fuck, we want to be the Hornets again. So it was all the whole fucking thing. So Mike is still there, but he's not the majority owner anymore. I don't know who's running basketball operations. Actually, I think that Mitch Kupchak was there last time I checked. Let's see. Let's just check really quickly, shall we? Mike doesn't need to have yes men around him anymore. And the thing I will say about him is you can be the greatest of all time and still be really bad at evaluating talent because he was. Mitch Kupchak is still in charge of basketball operations. Steve Clifford is the head coach. Wikipedia still has Mike listed as the owner, which he is, but he's not the primary or not the majority. Let's see. I don't think they've updated it to show that Cole and them bought the team yet. Anyway, though, congrats to J. Cole and whoever else was in that group. That's big for him, especially hometown team and stuff like that. So shout out to Cole. Zion though, yeah. So Bill expected him to be moved by this Thursday by the draft. Some others are saying, and this is Bleacher Report, apparently Zion won't be traded by Pelicans amid Hornets and Blazers links. Obviously, Bradley Beal just got dealt from the Washington Wizards to the Phoenix Suns. So Kevin Durant somehow walked his ass backwards into another super team. Kevin Durant has never not played with at least 2 All-Stars around him. Never. He was in OKC. He had Russell Westbrook and James Harden. All 3 of them won the MVP at one point.
Mm-hmm.
He then made his way to Golden State. He played with Draymond, Clay, and Steph Curry. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He then found his way to Brooklyn, played with Kyrie, James Harden again, and then got traded to Phoenix, was with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. They've moved Chris Paul to Washington. And here's the thing. Miami clearly didn't try, or Miami was not willing to part with Tyler Hero, from my understanding. Whatever Miami offered had to be better than what the Suns offered, because Washington is getting back Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, and 2 second-round picks and some pick swaps. They could have got, they literally could have got that nigga for a box of fried rice. and some fire wings. At what they got, like, I just don't see. That tells me one thing. And shout out to Brad, because Brad's my nigga. St. Louis, you already know what it is. Washington really wanted to move on from Bradley Beal in that contract. I don't know what Phoenix's plan is, because you have 3 guys who are very ball dominant, honestly, and DeAndre Ayton. And now you have to try to make a bench when you can only get guys who will take veteran minimum. So basically what Phoenix is planning to do, if I'm looking at this through my basketball eye, they're trying to replicate what Miami did with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, where you get 3 superstars and then you get a bunch of guys who are willing to take veteran minimum for the opportunity to try and win a ring. Miami made it to the finals all 4 years that they had the big 3 together, and they won 2 out of the 4. So I guess that experiment worked for them. I don't know if this is going to work for the Phoenix Suns. Just saying.
Yeah. But in other basketball news, we still have to discuss Jay Morant's suspicions. I mean,
Ja Morant. I'm going to get there in just a second. Paul Caspian of Bleacher Report says the New Orleans Pelicans reportedly will not trade superstar forward Zion Williamson, despite rumors and speculation implying that they are considering a deal. ESPN's Jonathan Givony told Zach Lowe on the Lowe podcast that there isn't a plan for the Pels to trade him to the Charlotte Hornets, who hold the number 2 NBA draft pick this year, or the Portland Trail Blazers, who sit at number 3. Quote, I've been told New Orleans is not trading Zion, Givony said, and no interest in trading Brandon Ingram. I would be very surprised if anything ended up happening there at 2 or 3. They were the number 1 team in the West last year when Zion went down with the injury. If he's healthy, which he rarely is, but when he's healthy, he's easily one of the best players in the NBA. He's only played like 40-some-odd% of the games since he was drafted in 2019. Keep that in mind. Lowe then asked the possibility of Williams' trade to Portland, and Givony provided this response. Quote, or Portland, they haven't even spoken with Portland. I think New Orleans has made some calls just to see what it would take to get to 1, get to 2, but I don't think it went past that. Williamson was one of the most highly touted prospects in recent memory when he joined the Pels as number 1 pick in the 2019 NBA draft. He's dominated when available, averaging 25.8 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists in 32 minutes per game. Unfortunately, injuries have sidelined Williamson for 194 of a possible 305 games. He only played 29 games in 22-23 due to a hamstring injury. Talk of the Pels considering dealing the 22-year-old for a top 3 pick emerged this offseason. Well, we all know why that happened. So, of course, we got to go to the good old tweets. What is up with your girl, and why the fuck won't she stop?
First of all, why is she? Oh, I thought you better not be calling her my girl. But why did Twitter give her Twitter account back?
Because they definitely shut her down for a minute. Because we were both like, thank God it's over. But apparently not. So this is very interesting. 5 hours ago, she tweeted, NBA, I have sex tapes of me and Zion Williamson. He also has them on his trap phone. It's not a trap phone. Zion's not selling dope. It's just a burner phone. Let's stop calling everything a trap phone. Because it's not a trap phone.
I want her dead at this point.
At Pelicans NBA, trade him now. He doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. Sex tapes dropping soon. Everybody's tired. We're all tired, Mariah Mills. We are all very tired. And we just want to be left alone.
Yeah, like, fuck it. Zion has probably left you alone. You want to know? That's why I think she keep tweeting. I think because Zion is probably like, hey, I regret this, and he's probably not even responding to this bitch at the fuck all. So that is why she is still
her Twitter
tweeting.
Header, her body is terrible. You can see this was built. This is man-made. This God doesn't give. Even DNA's not doing this.
She has lost her mind. She has lost her soul. She has lost her body.
Oh my God. Okay, so she didn't stop. Zion can't win a case against me. I have physical proof that he sent people to threaten me, and he knows this as well. At Zion Williamson, I'm taking you to court for all the damages you have caused to my life.
Mariah, at this point, I'm going to threaten you. Shut the fuck up.
At NBA, at Pelicans NBA.
Why hasn't she been sent a cease and desist or something by now?
Zion, he's stupid. First of all, look, little nigga, you are going to learn the value of an NDA after this, okay? Then she said, erectile dysfunction for you, Zion Williamson. Good luck. You're
What?
going to have to pop V's at a young age for a long time and maybe a honey pack or two. And she can't spell. I feel no remorse for
At
her.
all.
Then she said, hold on, this is 4 o'clock. Oh, 4 hours ago, I'm sorry. And she has pictures. Where's my wire transfer at, Zion Williamson? You a liar and a cheat. Where the fuck is my money? At Pelicans NBA, at NBA Trade this fraud. He doesn't deserve to be a NOLA. Does your BM know you still trying to fly me out? I only say 3 and 3 because I have to explain certain wires and it's easier when broken up over 7 days. Nothing crazy. Okay, bae, that's why cash is better. Damn, but the wire won't hit till tomorrow. Baby, it's the weekend. Are there any flights today I can book? Why the fuck is she DMing French Montana? What is going on? French Montana. Wait a minute. This is fucking nuts.
It gets worse and worse as the day goes on, and I'm tired of it.
Oh, hold on. So why you keep sending your friends to my DM, Zion Williamson, to test me? Z, I never cheated on you, not once, and me will never fucked either. You're dumb as a box of rocks. So French jumped in her DMs and just sent the eye emojis. And she said, hey. And he said, you in NY. She said, ATL then Vegas next week. He said, I'm going to be in Vegas June 1st. You going to be there. So this is a while ago then.
This was at least 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Then the wire transfer still didn't come through. Zion Williamson stopped playing in my face. Your NBA career light will be dimmed once the sex tapes release. Zion Williamson, it's over for you. You fucked up spitting in my mouth all those times.
Someone, please.
This bitch is nuts. You won't be able to sleep, Zion Williamson. Sleepless nights. It's over for you. And she tweeted a bunch of emojis like dragons and fucking tigers and fires instead of nightmares. She said, why you renting a house in Miami, Zion Williamson?
Hey,
You'll never bounce back. It's over for you. Hope your leg heals before the season. You're going to lose everything and suffer for what you did to me. You're going to lose everything and fail. You'll never come back from this. You will lose all your endorsements.
You know what she sounds like?
Drops.
You know at the end of The Color Purple when she said, everything you've done to me. That's what the fuck she said.
Until you do right by me.
That's what the fuck she sound like, bro. Zion, send this bitch a cease and desist. Put a muzzle on your fucking pit bull, Zion. Please, we are tired.
It's over for you, Zion Williamson. No one betrays me. He a bust. Trade him now. Trade this man. Enough is enough. I'm gonna post everything. This is the last time you betray me, Z. The sex tapes. Why is your chef in my DM on both pages? I'm tired of this.
You tired of it. Then why you keep talking about it? You are harassing me at this point, Mariah. You're harassing me. You are harassing me.
Oh my God. So you know the things that you have on Snapchat, the little cartoon characters, avatars, Bitmojis?
Uh-huh.
She made one. It's a nurse doing an ultrasound on her, and there's a basketball in the stomach showing she's pregnant.
Oh my fucking God.
Those braids look terrible. Like,
did you say not listen?
She's oh my God. Z can't just come to the internet and start blasting me. It will mess with his endorsements, etc. And they have clauses in their contracts, ethical behavior, etc. She's not wrong about that. She actually is right about that. He's not a ghetto rapper.
Look, somebody told her that. You know that, right?
So stop with why hasn't he responded to my tweets? BS. Trust he reads all my tweets. Zion is private, like I told y'all. He mad at me for coming to the internet, but he betrayed me. Bitch, give it a rest. I lived in NYC all my life. Why y'all think he wanted to be drafted there first? If I'm his fantasy woman, you might not like it, but it is what it is. If you the fantasy woman, why the other girl pregnant, bitch? Even if he doesn't get traded, he will not be the star franchise player anymore. All trust is gone. I know he mad. Should have stopped lying to everyone you claim you care about. You're not a priority anymore. You just bust. You're not. You just a bust. You're not my king anymore.
At this point, I'm going to chop her fucking hands off.
You about to be a bounce around just like Katie and all the hoes you fucked behind my back. No one gets away with betraying me.
At this point, who is his actual girlfriend? Because I'm confusion. Was she
looked a
his
mess.
girlfriend,
This is
or
one of
was
the worst plastic surgery body.
yeah? Well, Derek can't get off of the fact that the plastic surgery is so bad. But the point problem here is, I want to know who the fuck was his actual girlfriend to begin with, because she makes it sound like she was his girlfriend, but the other girl,
She was just bigging this nigga up a day ago. Hold on. Y'all mad about what a young rich nigga do with his money in his spare time. Step your money up, player, and stop coming for a young rich man enjoying the fruits of his labor. Get a job, you can have the woman that you choose of your fantasy as well. Free game. Z loves my appearance, so call me botched all you want. You're not paying my bills or loving me. The man that loves is everything about me. Why you think we've been together 3 years? Y'all might not like my body, but Z sure does. Spoiled at best. Y'all not even in Z tax bracket. I'll never let you fucker come near me, just being honest. That why y'all really mad. Just admit Z a millionaire star that can get any woman he want while you guys are stuck having to watch. Yo,
hey,
sweetheart,
I've had enough of you
moron.
reading them at this point. I'm tired of her.
Dog.
Like, and the thing is that
shit
I
is
don't even understand how you reading this without having to take a break. Because the thing is, honestly, it's confusing. Like, because
She
she's
tweets
so.
like she I don't know how this chick. We got it. Look, I'm going to Google because did she graduate high school? I want to know where this bitch is from because there's no way you really graduated and I'm believing it. There's no fucking way.
Oh.
Nope, just a bunch of porn pages.
She needs help. She needs help. She needs to take some of that money that Zion giving her and go to, I don't know,
No, you can't
GED
fuck
classes.
me no more at Zion Williamson.
But then remember when she had the
Over-
tweet that he was gonna have to eat her pussy for 5 days straight to make up for it.
Over 50 sex tapes we have on your trap phone together, Zion Williamson. What you gonna do with those? Jerk off because you'll never feel this pussy again. Don't care how much you beg. You better not be begging for this. I'm never doing my tornado trick while sucking your dick again, Zion Williamson. Does your PR team know you still try to fuck me behind closed doors, Zion Williamson? Yeah, you're gonna have to eat this pussy for 5 days straight before I let you fuck. Look, sis. And Zion, if you really are doing it, you a stupid nigga, bro. Like, you just don't, like, stop. You're a fucking moron.
Zion,
Like
just move on with another
draft,
woman at this point. Like, don't go back to her.
2019 draft class is full of trash. Zion is trash. RJ Barrett disappointed me. Cam Reddish then got bounced around the league. And then we get to this Negro Ja Morant. So, the NBA has suspended Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant for 25 games to start the 23-24 season because of conduct detrimental to the league. It was announced on Friday. The Grizzlies suspended Morant from team activities May 14th after a video on social media circulated showing the All-Star brandishing a firearm. The NBA suspended Morant for 8 games following a similar incident in March when he was seen on Instagram Live holding up a handgun while intoxicated at a Denver area club. Quote, Ja Morant's decision to once again wield a firearm on social media is alarming and disconcerting, given his similar conduct in March for which he was already suspended 8 games. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a statement, the potential for other young people to emulate Ja's conduct is particularly concerning. Under these circumstances, we believe a suspension of 25 games is appropriate. It makes clear that engaging in reckless and irresponsible behavior with guns will not be tolerated. The suspension will come with conditions for his return, the league said. For Ja, basketball needs to take a back seat at this time, Silver said in a statement. Prior to his return to play, he will be required to formulate and fulfill a program with the league that directly addresses the circumstances that led him to repeat this destructive behavior. Nigga, now you gotta go to fucking, what is it? What is that shit after school?
Detention?
That they give? Detention. Now your dumb ass gotta go to fucking detention, you fucking moron. Morant will be ineligible to participate in any public league or team activities, including preseason games during the suspension. Due to make around $33.5 million this season, Morant now stands to lose just over $300,000 per game, or approximately $7.5 million. You fucking idiot. Quote, I've had time to reflect and realize how much hurt I've caused, Morant said. You didn't really hurt anybody, and I think people need to come off of that. You were just an idiot. Morant said in an issue statement Friday, I want to apologize to the NBA, the Grizzlies, my teammates, the city of Memphis, to Adam Silver, Zach Kleiman, and Robert Parra, who gave me the opportunity to be a professional athlete and have supported me. I'm sorry for the harm I've done. To the kids who look up to me, I'm sorry for failing you as a role model. I promise I'm going to be better. To all my sponsors, I'm going to be a better representation of our brands. And to all my fans, I'm going to make it up to you. I promise. I'm spending the off season of my suspension continuing to work on my own mental health and decision making. I'm also going to be training so that I'm ready to go when I can get back on the court. I know my teammates are going to hold it down, and I'm so sorry I won't be out there with you at the beginning of the season. I hope you give me the chance to prove to you over time I'm a better man than what I've been showing you. The NBA's investigation into the incident has been completed for weeks, but Silver waited until the conclusion of the NBA Finals, which was a fucking disaster, to announce his suspension because he did not want to distract from the league's championship series. It was shit anyway. It doesn't matter. The NBA on Friday said Morant wielded the firearm while knowing that he was being recorded, despite having made commitments to the NBA in public statements that he would not repeat the conduct for which he was previously disciplined. So they said that it was a lighter. And you and I were both like, that's fucking bullshit, and we don't believe that. Then he actually showed a video of himself again lighting a fucking candle with it. So I don't think the one that he had in the live was the same
lighter. One. No.
I think he went and found one that was a lighter later on.
Because if that was the case, he would have said that from the get-go.
From the jump. From the fucking jump. However, even still, if you're suspended for this, don't wait till that shit is about to come down to show us it's an actual lighter.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Don't put anything that even resembles a gun in your hand. Don't. Like, how fucking
First of all, that's a big, bulky-ass lighter, and it probably don't even have that much butane in it. You didn't
see the video? It literally, the nigga's leaning down, lighting candles with it. It might be on his Instagram. All right, where did I see it?
Oh, you know, the thing is, I don't care to see it because what's the point? What's the point? What was the reason? You did what you did, and then you're gonna wait 6 weeks. I mean, it wasn't literally 6 weeks, but it was like 2 weeks, and then you're gonna say it was a lighter. Yeah, that's because you finally got somebody behind you that was like, "Oh, say it's a lighter." Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so it's a Glock, and it's a lighter, and it does look like a fucking gun.
Yeah, but that was not what he had in his bag on that live.
To be completely honest, it's plausible. Because this motherfucker looks real, like a real fucking gun. I'm not lying. It's plausible. However, you should have fucking said something from the jump.
That's why he didn't say something from the jump. Because that was not presented to him until somebody said, "Oh, you know they got a lighter that looks just like a gun too." That's when he came up with that. That was not originally. That was a gun. It was a gun, and we know it. So Ja Morant, lick my asshole with that bullshit, bro.
Yo, what? What the fuck? Why? Where did that come from?
Well, I mean, that's what I say when I'm like, go to hell with that, you know? Lick my ass.
You could just say go to hell?
No, because that's not a Brashad catchphrase.
Okay, so now this is the interesting thing, and I told you this. When it first came out, when the second video came out, we were like, well, he's definitely getting suspended. What did I say? How many games did I say he should have got?
You said 40, half the season.
And that would be 41 games. And everybody else seems to agree with me. We were all surprised it was only 25 games. And then, just like I said another time, had this been David Stern, he'd have sat out half the fucking season. Everybody's like, yes, if it was David Stern, he would not be playing until, goddamn January or something, or around the All-Star break. Adam Silver is a players commissioner, clearly. Because if it was David Stern, that nigga would have been on the side of the highway picking up trash and some more shit. He got off very fucking easy. He should consider himself lucky. But he should also not put himself in a position to do anything that fucking stupid again. But that 2019 draft class is looking real shaky. Because you just don't know when to stop pulling out guns or lighters or whatever the fuck it was. And this nigga Zion is just a walking fucking disaster. Why did you fuck that ridiculous looking broad?
Leave that man alone about his choice in women.
Hey man,
it's not thing. It's not even about her body. I want to be very, very, very transparent with y'all.
It's not.
We're not even gonna sit here and body shame that girl. It's not about her body. It's about the fact that, hey, she ain't got it all up there in the head.
She don't have a little bit of it up there in the head. She has almost none of it up there in the head.
She's an airhead according to Derek, yo.
Fuck. That chick is an absolute fucking moron. And
She,
he's an even bigger
yeah.
one for aligning himself with her.
That's true. You are a reflection. And, you know, your women are the women you
Yeah,
you pick are a reflection of you, and that is definitely not a
You're a
reflection that
reflection of
he.
the company you keep as well.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely not something you should have wanted on your arm, Zion. I'm sorry. And with that being said, buddy, hey, you know what? Like I said, I think Zion's probably like, fuck, this bitch ain't stopped yet, or she wakes up
Do you feel bad for the baby mama because she has to continuously endure this bullshit?
No, you know why? Because I'm pretty sure she knew. Women know, you know. I don't want to ever in my life, don't ever come to me and tell me I didn't know my man was cheating on me. I didn't know my man was fucking somebody else. Bitch, you know. Prime example. I used to mess with this dude, and his girlfriend she said, I know he fucking somebody else because he ain't fucking me. Niggas can't, it's not possible for niggas to fuck that much. If this nigga ain't fuck you.
That's not true. That
No,
is so
I'm
not
dead.
true. I'm telling you,
Listen
right?
here, and this is me being serious with you. This nigga, he didn't went out and fuck 3 times today, and you come home from work. Okay, so let's say, for example, I didn't fuck this nigga 3 times every day the last week. Okay, so he probably don't want no more pussy when he go home, right? He probably don't want no more, because
He probably do. He just can't bust no nut.
okay.
Ain't nothing left of
Here's
him
the thing: you're probably fucking tired because I know
busting
you
dust
ain't
out
just
that
been
bitch.
fucking all day. You're probably fucking tired because you was out doing other shit too. So you come home and you like she trying to fuck and you like we don't need to. You know, you're not really into it.
And if you tell a woman no, she gonna be like, "What the fuck you?"
Exactly. That's my point. And the thing is that, and this is me just being completely honest with you, a man who has, who go to work, and then he goes fucking around with his side hoe, he gonna come home tired. He not gonna be looking for no pussy from you because he just bust his nut. The fact of the matter is, it comes down. All right, we ain't fucked in a week, bitch. You fucking somebody else. It don't take you that long to find out that your man fucking somebody else, because the thing is that it's not. Hiding being with another woman is not as easy as y'all think. It's a lot of fucking work. Little mistakes happen. Like, I could have makeup on and I could, be giving Derek head. And you know what? My makeup would get on Derek's head. I mean, my makeup would get on Derek's pants and his jacket. That's actually happened to me before. I went on my lunch break when Wham Bam Thank You Ma'am with one of my exes. And my makeup was all over his jacket. And we didn't notice it until he was getting out of the car. Or prime example, hey, you got a girl who, she's like a fucking waterfall down there. Not homie, and you had to unzip your pants. Now you got, come all over your pants. So, that's what I'm saying. Shit like that happens. Or another thing, I wear fake eyelashes.
There are ways around stuff like that.
Right, but here's another thing right here. Here's the thing. I wear fake eyelashes. You want to know something? My fake eyelashes fall off from time to time. You may not notice it, but here's the thing: your bitch looking through your jacket, and hey, there's a fucking fake eyelash on here, and I don't wear fake lashes. It's little things like that.
Some people are careless. Yes, but people are also careless and they get lazy after a while. So
right, that's very true. There are people who get careless and lazy, but an eyelash that doesn't mean you're careless or lazy. It was just something that was literally that's minuscule that it was missed. I mean, like, all jokes aside, like I said, the thing is that if you see, like I say, an eyelash or like a fucking, I mean, it's, like I said, and the thing is that you could be very thorough, but an eyelash is something that can extremely be missed. But here's the thing: you can tell by your man's body language that he's messing with somebody else.
The same doesn't apply to women. Come on now.
Women are a tad bit better at it, and I'll use me as an example again. So my ex, he was like, I think you must be messing with somebody else. You got to have another man because you don't want to be bothered with me no more. No, bitch, I just didn't want to be bothered with you. I wasn't fucking nobody else. I just didn't want to be bothered with him. And see, that's how I start off my cheating. I will start treating you like I don't want to be bothered with you. And now you're just like, oh, Prashant just can't stand me. Yeah, you're right. For 2 months, Prashant couldn't stand you. And then on the 3rd month, Prashant started cheating on you. But you just think Prashant still can't stand you. which is the case, but I'm also cheating now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, look, man, you probably shouldn't tell people your tricks on this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm older now, you guys. I'm 30 now. I don't cheat no more. I'm gonna just tell you, hey, I'm fucking
That don't
somebody
mean
else.
that means nothing.
I don't
That means
care
nothing.
anymore. Here's the thing. Now my motto is, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Cause what you gonna do? You gonna whip me? You gonna punish me? You gonna take my phone from me? You can't do any of those things. I mean, you could. I'm gonna say like my like one of my exes used to say.
Bring
I
home
could whip
another
you.
nigga. That nigga better be able to pay your half of the bills too. All right, keep it up.
What you said? Wait, what you said?
I said exactly what the fuck I said. You bring home another nigga, he better be able to pay your half of the bills along with you.
I'm gonna just tell you straight up. I'm fucking somebody else.
All right, that's how motherfuckers get kicked downstairs and shit. I'm joking. I'm not condoning nothing like that. That was it. And you know what? Never mind. I apologize. That was
We don't have stairs, y'all. Don't worry.
I shouldn't have said that. That's right. Basements aren't a thing in Texas. It was weird when I found it. I should have said that. I was very much out of line, and I'm not that type of person. Moving on to somebody who apparently was, or we were told to believe. So, this comes from our good friends over at allhiphop.com. Email reveals that lawyer didn't want to blame Kelsey Harris in Tory Lane's shooting trial. The first lawyer stepped away from the case because she did not believe they should blame Kelsey, Meg's friend. Mm-hmm. The internet seems to be reeling after an alleged email from Tory Lane's first lawyer dated November 21st of 2022 has emerged. The screenshot of the email was posted by, quote, Legal Affairs and Trials with Megan Cuniff. Megan Cuniff, if you guys don't know, was one of the people who was basically live tweeting from the courtroom and outside the courtroom every day the proceedings of the trial. She's how I kept up with the trial.
Yes.
They said she was the foremost legal expert that was actually in the building. A lot of the other stuff we heard was a bunch of bullshit. If it came from Megan Cuniff's Twitter account, it was basically Bible from my understanding. In the correspondence, it shows attorney Sean Hawley was, quote, not comfortable using Megan Thee Stallion's former friend as a scapegoat in the Canadian recording artist murder trial. What? It wasn't a murder trial. What the fuck? Nobody died. What are they talking about?
Whoa, this escalated quickly.
Allhiphop.com. You have editors for reasons like this. There's no way this should have made it out. There's no way. A lot of people I were talking to at the time that it was going on, somebody was like, yes, she got shot, but he didn't shoot her. And I was like, what do you mean? They were like, that other girl shot her, but they're using Tory as a scapegoat. And she was like, I'm not even a Tory Lanez fan, but I don't think that he shot her. I think the other girl did. That seemed to be an overwhelming response from the community. I was on my Twitch stream talking to people about it, and everybody seemed to think that the other girl put the trigger. The subject title for the email says, quote, confidential attorney-client communication. In the body, the lawyer said, quote, Tory, as we discussed. Now, hold on. If your lawyer calling you by your rapper name, probably don't want that lawyer. Because if I was little Death Star 23 or some shit like that, and I was on trial, no. As my lawyer, you are to address me as Derek Lamont Jackson. Do not address me as little Death Star 22. My name is Derek. It is Derek. Quote, Tory, as we discussed on Saturday, I am not comfortable advancing the, quote, Kelsey defense, primarily because I don't find it to be a viable strategy. I don't believe my position will change unless Quan is persuasive in the preview of his testimony and you are persuasive under mock cross-examination by George and or Lisa. Howley continued, quote, even if both of those benchmarks, Quan and you, were satisfied, I am still not certain that I would be willing to go forward. In light of that, you should discuss with George, the other attorney at the firm, his willingness and ability to move forward that defense if he can do so by the trial date of December 6th. I will help him get up to speed if that is something you and he are interested in. As reported by All Hip Hop, Lanez was under investigation for shooting the Houston rapper in the foot. Musagan did go along with the strategy and Hawley was removed from the case. Despite Hawley's uncertainty the strategy will work, he argued Kelsey Harris shot her friend 5 times in a jealous fit with a semi-automatic firearm around 4:25 a.m. on July 12th of 2020. The WAP co-artist was later hospital where bullet fragments in both feet were removed by surgeons. She shot that bitch 5 times? Who do you think fired the shot? Because there was no gun residue on Tory's hands.
What really pisses me off, because people keep arguing me, like, if you go look back at the, well, I think I sent you that on Twitter, people are like, then how did the gun residue get on his head? And I knew deep down, I knew in my heart and soul that I saw it, that they said that he had no gun residue on his hand. I believe that Kelsey. I believe that Kelsey shot her. That's what I honestly, wholeheartedly believe. And the thing is that a lot of people say,
I'm not against that either. Regardless of who shot her, somebody shot that girl.
Right. And what I tell people, I say, just because they found you guilty don't mean that that's actually what that's just because, here's the thing, Tory was guilty by public opinion before he was found guilty in court. Yep. They was going to hang that man out to dry. If they would have found Tory innocent of shooting Megan in the foot, Tory was still going to jail for something.
He had an unregistered firearm, so it was going to be a situation regardless.
He was going to jail for something. And then, like, they keep saying, I don't know if you saw it when they have said that Kylie posted a video on Snapchat of him and of an unreleased Tory Lanez song. Yes, and it was like basically she just showing support for Tory. So fuck Megan, right? And y'all keep uplifting these women when they keep showing they don't like black women. Kylie told, and I don't agree with that. Now I would agree with that statement any other time, but right now I do not.
Family is fucking toxic, and I've been saying it for years.
But this right at this day and age in this time, that's not the case. Kylie said several times. Kylie said she told Megan to leave her house because Megan was,
belligerent.
And that she was acting stupid. She told her to leave her house several times. Kylie was there. Kylie knows what happened. However, at this point, here's the thing.
But she wasn't outside when the shots were fired. She was not out there when the shots were fired.
Okay, you're absolutely right. But I'm pretty sure here's my thing. You want me to be completely honest with you? Kylie is what, a billionaire? Am I right?
Yes.
Kylie probably got the utmost security cameras, and it probably ranges for miles of her house.
Well, here's the thing. If that's the case, where is that footage? Because the only thing we have is the Ring doorbell camera of one of the neighbors. If Kylie had footage, she would have had to turn it over to the police.
Here's the thing. You want me to be completely honest with you? You and I both know. And I'm sure you will agree. You may agree with me. You may not. There's some more camera footage of this out there somewhere. It's just not being shown to us. Because you cannot tell me that Kylie did not have camera footage for fucking miles around her motherfucking house. Especially that she shares that house with Travis Scott. Come on now.
Apparently not anymore because he's with somebody else. And
that may be true. But you realize this also happened, 2-3 years ago?
3 years. It was right when WAP came out during the pandemic.
Okay, so see, there you go. And this was before they even had their second child together. This was before her and Kylie. So him and Kylie, I think, were very close knit at this time. Ain't no way, there's some more camera footage out there at this time. And I believe
off topic, but since we're talking about that, what do you think about what Cameron had to say about Kim wearing that fucking shirt?
What shirt? The one with Kendall, the top 5?
Kylie's starting 5 boyfriend. Yeah.
I thought the shirt was funny and I actually want one of it, but Cameron is lame to me now. Cameron is lame to me now, so I really don't care for anything that he has to say. Sit your old ass down because you're lame.
I gotta say, I kind of agree with Killer. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree with Killer. Like, why would you do that? Whether it's a inside family joke or not, like he said, like, you got a lot of fucking audacity yourself. Like, you got a lot of fucking audacity yourself, because you went through many a nigga yourself, Kim. It's not.
Well, that may be very true, but here's the thing. I mean, it is what it is. If it's an inside joke, it's an inside. Maybe Kylie. Maybe
it's a family thing.
Maybe what's her face? What's her name? Maybe Kendall did something and she was like, "All right, bet I got you, bitch." Which the thing is that it's unfortunately
Kendall's the other one that like nobody like.
No, it was Kendall's shirt. It was Kendall on the shirt with the top 5 basketball players.
I thought it was Kylie.
No, it was Kendall.
You're right. Kendall dated the ball player.
Yeah. We only know the only people I only know of Kylie dating 3 men, and none of them were basketball players. But yeah, it's Kendall.
Who else?
That new dude she dating. That new dude she dating.
I don't know, man.
Some white dude. But yeah, it was, the thing is that I just thought it was
She
I
don't do
thought it was
niggas
funny.
no more?
Huh?
She don't do niggas no more. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, the jury deliberated for 7 hours over 2 days before convicting Lanes last December of first-degree assault, discharge of a firearm with gross negligence, and having a concealed and unregistered firearm in a vehicle. Now Lanes is waiting for his sentencing, which has been scheduled for August the 7th. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge David Hereford will determine his fate. He's currently looking at 13 years in prison. So, do you think if I'm paying you and you're my attorney and this is the defense I want to go with, how would you feel if your attorney's like, "No, we're not going to do that"? And obviously, it didn't. That attorney didn't work the trial, but do you think if there's a lot of conflicting shit. So
I think that if
you
here's the thing, you my attorney and you telling me you don't want to go with the defense, motherfucker, we gonna go with any and every defense to get me the fuck out of here. Then she gonna say I'll refer you to another lawyer to, no bitch, you should have told me that when I hired you then, right or wrong.
Well, there's more to this because the text messages came out and from my understanding, there was some insinuation that they would be paid to keep their mouth shut. But then remember, Megan got on live and was like, yada da da, y'all doing this for this nigga who shot me. And then she paused and she was like, yes, Tori, you shot me.
But remember, for like the longest time, she was like, I'm not gonna say who shot me.
Say anything.
Here's the thing, is with that shit,
she was like, because I didn't want another black man to get in trouble, is my understanding.
Yeah, okay. And then what happened?
So then, that's what I'm saying. What changed from you being like, I didn't want a black man to get in trouble?
Exactly.
Like, yes, Tori, you shot me. Something happened, and I think there's more text messages that we're not privy to.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot more things that we're not privy to. That's why my thing is that if y'all believe for 1 second that there is not, and you realize, here's the thing. Calabasas is probably one of the richest neighborhoods in America, if we're being quite honest. You mean to tell me there was only Ring doorbell camera footage?
It's definitely top 5.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of the richest neighborhoods in America. You mean to tell me that there's only Ring doorbell camera footage? Get off the fucking gas. How gullible are you to believe that shit? And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, we know Tori didn't shoot her. We just don't know who did. And it's stupid because Tori...
Well, that only leaves so many people. That only leaves Kelsey or the bodyguard, right?
Yeah, and then even the dude who used to the funny thing is, here's the thing about this situation. You notice Megan's the one that lost all of her crew behind it. So
she lost all of her what behind
her whole little crew. She don't have her friend no more. Her stylist was there. He don't fuck with her no more.
EJ, the nigga, was styling. I remember he was styling Chantel when she was dating Nelly, and he had dressed Nelly niece and some shit. And yeah, I don't know. EJ's an interesting character, man.
But yeah, she lost her whole little clique, her little close clique behind this situation. So that obviously goes to show you.
The friend was fucking with Tori first, and Megan went and fucked him behind her back.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So she lost her best friend because of this situation. She lost her stylist because of this. Because remember, he was testifying against her. I don't know if you remember that.
See, I didn't understand what the deal was with his testimony.
He basically told the same story that Kylie did, and he was like, I don't fuck with her no more. And the thing is that, to be honest with you, hey, like I said, that's maybe one of the reasons why I don't really fuck with Megan, because I actually don't like that whole, we're gonna save a black man, and then you go do this. And now the thing is that, and what pisses me off with that, Megan plays the victim. She up in the ante this victim role so fucking much. Like, I'm not ever saying, you guys, if a man shoots y'all, do what the fuck you have to do. Don't you ever sit there and be like, well, I'm trying to protect a black man. Don't do it. If a black man shoots you, you fucking do what you have to do. But the fact that if anyone shoots you, that's why I said at first, I say, if anyone shoots you, do what the fuck what needs to be done. Whether it be shooting them back, calling the cops, whatever you deem necessary. Here is my whole take on this, though. Tori didn't do it. Megan, you got yourself into some shit that you couldn't get yourself out of.
She didn't shoot herself because they would be at not forensics.
No, she didn't. She didn't shoot herself.
Tell you the angle the gun was fired. And,
right, she did not shoot herself. So we know. But honestly, you want to know what I think should happen with this case? You want to know my honest opinion?
What?
It should be a mistrial.
Well, it's too late for that. They already found them guilty.
Right, but it should have been a mistrial. It should have been a mistrial. You know why? It's a lot of he say, she say.
Tori, y'all, if Kelsey shot the girl, I guess, but then he looks like a snitch, and then he can't use that street credibility. There's a lot of fucked up and moving, because, like, everybody's like, it's not that big a deal, but you see what Gunna's going through right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they say, honestly, with the whole Gunna thing, they say, people not fucking with him like that. But his song is like #1 in Atlanta, so
he's got one of the top albums right now.
Yeah, somebody's fucking. I haven't either. But we gonna wrap this topic up because this is something, honestly, kind of like the Mariah Mills situation. I'm low key tired of this whole Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez thing, and I'm sure Derek is too.
I just want to know what changed from the time the gun was fired. Why she kept her mouth shut.
You want to know what I think made her change?
What?
I think the fact that victims get attention and they get love. And that's because the thing is, they remember the whole movement, protect Megan at all costs, protect black women. We stand in solidarity with Megan.
So we're not going to protect. So, but here's the thing though. If it was Tory shot me, if Tory didn't really shoot her, she held it down, and the best friend is a free woman right now. So the best friend's not gonna fuck with you after you kept her out of jail. There's too many moving parts. That's why
I say it should have been a mistrial, because at this point it's just he said, she said type shit. There ain't no actual factual proof. Shit, the bullet fragment that they pulled from Megan's foot is even gone.
No, what I'm saying is this. The friend don't fuck with her. The stylist don't fuck with her. Okay, whatever. The stylist is one thing. The friend, that situation is very different because I forgot exactly how they met. They weren't friends like their whole life or nothing like that. But that girl got to go all around the world because of her proximity to Megan. Now, I'm not saying she should lay down and kiss Megan's ass for that. That's not what I'm saying. But you was fucking with Tory first. You got to the party. Which one of them got drunk and fell asleep? Was that her or was that Megan?
I don't know. Like I said, the thing is that I stopped listening to the story because it was too much. He said, she said. Nobody is coming to me with proof.
He texts both of them like, I'm so sorry. Or he texts Kelsey and was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And
right, but
like, well,
he never said
people was like,
he never said, well, I'm sorry for shooting Meg. Yeah, he never said, I'm sorry for fucking Meg. He never said, I'm sorry. He could have been saying, I'm sorry for. And you want to know something? You want to know what I actually think the I'm sorry was for? I think it probably was I'm sorry for the whole situation. Because you realize the thing is, if he was fucking Kelsey first, then, okay, now he fucking Megan. So here's the thing. At this point, it's like, fuck, I fucked up. Maybe he really fucking liked that was so here we go. He was fucking Kelsey first, then he started fucking Megan. Mm-hmm. That was the start of the whole situation. If he would have never fucked Megan, then none of this would have never happened. Maybe that's what he was saying I'm sorry for, and that's what I believe he was saying I'm sorry for. I do not actually think that Tory Lanez is stupid enough to say I'm to text her I'm sorry in reference to the shooting. I do not believe that. And I think anybody who actually thinks that's what he was saying I'm sorry for is a fucking clown. Come on now. Y'all have to realize that niggas may be dumb, but they not stupid. I know damn well if I do some incriminating shit, I'm not going to sit here and text nobody about it. Especially if it's shooting somebody. Come on now.
Okay, last thing. And then we're going to move on to the next topic. if you didn't pull the trigger and you were on trial facing years for it, would you have given up Kelsey?
I would sing like a fucking canary. Call me Tweety Bird, because guess what? Tweet, 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 tweet. I'm telling.
Yeah, it's just funny because I just you tried to protect that girl, and now you're going to jail one way or the other. No matter how much time you're going.
And that's absolutely true. And here's the thing, Tory Lanez, he's very talented, but baby, you go to jail for 13 years. Guess what?
At minimum.
At minimum 13 years. The people who listen to you now, I'm 30 and I like Tory Lanez. 13 years later, I'm gonna be 43. Baby, I'm not listening to you no more. And I don't care about you no more.
Them niggas always think they go come out of jail and get it back, and it don't work like
Here's
that.
the thing.
When
you go in jail, the audience that you have grow up, we move on, older. We get older, our musical taste changes, our ears change, they age. You're people, and Derek may agree with me on this. When you go into prison, you're frozen in time pretty much.
The only person who avoided that was Pac, and that's because he was only in there for 9 months.
That's what I was gonna say. He wasn't even in there a year. But here's my thing. Yeah,
when was the last time? When was and Gucci for whatever reason? But I think he had recorded a bunch of material, so his team was still.
I can't speak on Gucci because I don't like any music by Gucci.
I'm not a Gucci fan either, but people still.
It's all terrible to me. But you're absolutely right. I mean, you are absolutely 100% right.
When was the last time you heard a Boosie song? I don't know no Boosie music since he got out
I don't think Boosie really makes music anymore. I think Boosie just, he just be on, selling his Rolls Royce. But you like how I slid that in there?
I want to be a lawyer. I want to study law. Boosie, come on, man. Cut it out. Quit fucking playing.
I mean, this is hard. I mean, the thing is that, like I said, when you go to prison, you're pretty much frozen in time. It is what it is. I mean, you realize I know somebody who went to prison when I was 17 years old. You realize this man doesn't even know what, Apple Maps is. He doesn't know what Apple Music is. He doesn't
Apple
even.
Music, no. So wait, 17. That would be what year was that then?
2010. They still had iTunes. They didn't have Apple Music yet.
They still had iTunes, but the iPhone was a thing.
Yeah, the iPhone was The iPhone was a thing. But
they used Google Maps originally, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't have Apple Maps yet. They didn't. We were still. I mean, honestly, and that's the thing. This man, he doesn't know what that is. You realize he doesn't know what Facebook dating, Tinder, any of that shit is. He probably don't even really know what Twitter was around, but people weren't hot on Twitter like they are now. Y'all realize he probably doesn't even know.
Check marks were a thing.
No, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. You realize this man has probably never even seen an electric car. So, bringing me back to the point that you're frozen in time in there. You are frozen in time. You realize we have come such a long. I mean, yeah, he's never even seen an electric car. You realize, when this dude went in, we were good friends when he went in. I wasn't even pregnant with Lily yet. Lily's 9 now. He doesn't even know what the fuck TikTok is. He probably does because Huh?
He's not missing anything.
Right. He probably knows what TikTok is because, the whole thing of them getting phones in jail. But not everybody has a phone in jail. So maybe in his pod, nobody in there may have a phone. So if that's the case, then guess what?
If Tory Lanez believes that he's going to do 13 years at minimum and come out and still be that nigga, he's out of his
You are out of here. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you realize we got bigger names like Trey Songz. Trey Songz may never be able to recover from the shit that he got going on. And,
ODB, did ODB have any hit records after he got out of prison?
No.
Who the fuck else went to jail? And their career never really got back on track.
We know what happened to Bob Schmurda, but he was a one-hit wonder anyway, so.
He sure was. Yeah, I don't know. Sun is bugging, but anyway.
Yep.
Moving right along. Boy. This comes from our good friends over at Uprocks. Azalea Banks shared her thoughts on Doja Cat's new single, quote, "Attention, and they're as petty as you expect." Of course they are. We had a segment where we talked about Azalea Banks, but again, it's in the lost files.
Yes, unfortunately. I'm sorry,
that we could
guys.
not put out, unfortunately. But, you know, our feelings don't change. She's still a fucking idiot. She's at
I
it
don't
again.
think
Azalea
she's an
Banks, who
idiot.
never passes up.
I just want to be
Hold
clear
on,
on that.
Hold on. She's at it again. Azalea Banks, who never passes up a chance to share her opinion, whether anyone asked or not, has thoughts on Doja Cat's new single, "Attention." Naturally, Banks posted her feelings on her Instagram story, posting that Doja sounds like a white girl that grew up in a house. What? Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. You sound like a white girl that grew up in a house. What the fuck?
Maybe
Azalea
she
Banks is something else,
meant.
dog.
Maybe she meant. Maybe
I guess
she
she's
meant.
saying you ain't never been in the hood, or
Maybe
I've never heard the
that,
attention
or
song.
she's basically, you know, she's not. She would have been a house nigga, not a field nigga. And you know,
Okay.
black people
Okay, I
tend
can
to
see
have
that.
that
Hold
talk
on.
a lot.
Hold on, this is interesting. The ever opinionated Harlem rapper went on to demean the California rap as a whole, quote, "California rap culture is simply not as dynamic, impactful, swagged out as East Coast / Southern rap culture. LOL, girl, shut the hell up," before name checking both her fellow early teens blog rap draft bust Angel Hayes and another genre bending artist FKA Twigs, who Banks derided with snipes at her biracial heritage. I'm going to pause right there really quickly. If not for death row in the mid 90s, hip hop wouldn't be where it is right now. So saying that California is not as simply as dynamic is that's insane. That is insane. Cause let's be real. Love Rocky to death. That nigga, for him to be from Harlem, that shit has a super southern sound.
Yeah, well,
So
he admits that his flow, he bit
he
his flow
admits
from
that he
Houston.
borrows. Azalea Banks is acting like Harlem isn't even the most important, like, hip hop
Well,
started in the Bronx, right?
Here's my opinion on that. So you're right. Okay, you're right. About, you know, death row and all of that, but that was in the 90s.
That's true, but Azalea Banks needs to chill the fuck out. This is why nobody fucking likes her. Because I'm sorry, you gonna say, so she's saying that basically nobody like matters outside of Harlem? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Rappers
No,
come
I
from
don't agree
Queens.
with that. But I mean, the California comments, she's right. California rap nowadays is not influential. We don't. Can you name
Kendrick's
a good?
not influential.
I forgot about him. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Schoolboy Q is not influential. Absol's not influential. Hold on, because you and I have these conversations about these niggas specifically.
So Derek, again, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Where's Absol at right now?
He didn't get signed to a major.
Exactly.
He didn't get signed to a major.
So that's where she's not missing at all. That's why when you said hold on though, let me finish this. Let me finish this though. Here's the thing. When you said she's an idiot, and I said I don't agree with that. Azalea Banks is not stupid at all. She's not stupid by a long shot.
I'm gonna say the same thing I say about Azalea that I say about Kanye, and slight difference. Musically, I think he's a fucking genius. Socially, I think he's a fucking idiot. Azalea Banks, though very talented and very intelligent, socially, I think she's a fucking idiot. She is.
She wasn't. I don't think she's wrong about what she said about Doja Cat. Doja Cat pandered to black people when
I'm not
she
a
needed
Doja
to.
fan at all. I think Doja Cat is full of shit. So I'm not arguing that point. But to say that Angel Hayes was ever as important as Doja Cat, that's a very bold statement to make. Angel Hayes?
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. You don't remember Angel Hayes? She did one of those BET hip hop ciphers and the whole thing. She was another one, also from Harlem. She was supposed to be the future of hip hop.
Let me look her up because here's the thing: if she looked like I think she looked, then I can understand. I bet. And if she, like I said, if she look how I think she look.
She also felt the need to diss Kendrick Lamar for some reason, calling him, quote, overrated, and saying he'd be making the kind of rap music that allows white people to indulge in weird fetishization of the black struggle.
That's funny.
Bogus.
Is she wrong though?
we come on, dog. Maybe okay. I'm be the first to admit, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I think, is a terrible album. I will be the first to fucking admit that it's not a good album, in my opinion. It is subpar compared to Kendrick's other discography. What was the one joint? Was it Pussy and Patron or something like that? Cut You Off to Grow Closer, Money Trees. Fuck. I'm Dying. Fuck. What has Kendrick not done?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like so the thing is that you gotta look at the big picture here. I've seen people remember his album To Pimp a Butterfly. I've seen white people tattooing that album cover and shit on them. I might agree with her on that. Is that
here's the thing. Even when Taylor Swift was like, "Ooh, Kendrick's new album just came out. Nobody touched me." Shut the fuck up, girl. Don't try to act like
there we go, and that right there just proves Azalea's point.
I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that, but that was a super Negro fucking album.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Every nigga is a star.
I agree with you 1,000%. But you want to know something? All jokes aside, here's my thing. No. So I actually don't agree with you. It was supposed to be 100% Negro album. It was supposed to be. But you know what? All it did was just, white people.
We have to share our art, and sometimes they take our art.
Yeah, and that's
out there to the world. It belongs to the world, so we can't claim it.
Which is why I say one time, I was like, I wish we could go back to like segregation. I say, white people wouldn't have no music to listen to. Like none.
Yeah, they would. They listen to their shit.
Oh, and I said, what would they listen to? Elvis.
Super fucking blank.
And my mama was like, there's newer white music than Elvis, right? I was like, yeah, but it all sounds the same. So there's that. But then Elvis music wouldn't even be able to be taken, huh? We would have to take that back.
He borrowed from us. I saw a white woman tweet, "I just touched Flo Milli. Nobody talked to me." Like, sis, it's fucking Flo Milli. Like, no shade to Flo Milli, but like, bitch, you act like you touched Mariah's fucking Flo Milli. But she's 22, so I guess Flo Milli is the pinnacle for her. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I think these kids have really shitty hip-hop opinions. But, again, their artists are really shitty for their generation. Like, who is that? Somebody just put out an album, and they was like, that shit. Gunna. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Because they talked about the Gunna album on Joe Budden podcast, and when they talked about the runtime, I was like, what? What is this shit called?
Hey, don't be shouting out no other podcast on ours.
A gift and a curse, too. Let's see. This shit, when I heard this was fucking nuts. Okay. So, this album has 15 songs. You want to know what the fucking runtime is?
An hour and 6 minutes.
Oh,
no, damn.
45 minutes. That's an average of what? Hold on. Let's do the math. 45 by 15. It comes out to exactly 3 minutes per song, but I guarantee that's not accurate.
No, because probably one is like 3 minutes, 30 seconds, so which means one is probably like 22 minutes and 20 seconds, some shit like that.
We used to have actual third verse songs in hip-hop, and the record would include a bridge as well. There were some hip-hop songs that had 4 fucking verses, and I'm not talking about where you had a bunch of niggas from other crews and features. I'm talking about there were like fucking singular artists like who would have 4 verses on a record. These kids make terrible hip-hop music. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a straight buck. And while she's bigging up a bunch of other motherfuckers, man, look, never mind. Because I don't see it for Azalea Banks. I don't see it for Homegirl. She really be on some nut shit.
But she's not. But here's the thing. She is not wrong. The thing is that one thing you can't take from Azalea Banks is that bitch is pro-black till it ain't nothing left. She is not fucking wrong. Doja Cat, I will never forget the whole thing.
I'm not a Doja Cat fan, so I'm not standing for Doja either. And I don't like the way Doja Cat was like, haha, I fooled you all. That was all bullshit music. Now I'm going to make real music. No, you're not, girl. You going to make some trash, and nobody's going to eat that shit up. I'm glad you got paid, because you talk all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you didn't give a fuck. You wasn't trying to be black when you made a song called Juicy talking about your ass and threw Tiger on it and was wearing anything to show how big your ass was in that video and shit. You didn't care. Then you got in that fucking chat room and you had niggas calling, white men calling you their black fucking slave and shit like that, and you was eating it up. So Azalea Banks is right. That bitch has some issues with her identity. She's 100% right about that. But let's not act like Azalea Banks is like the greatest pen in hip hop history.
Well, no, I mean, but here's the thing. She's allowed to be a critic, just like me. You are critics of people's music and stuff like that. So she's allowed. The thing is that she just has a bigger platform than us to speak on. So the thing is that, and I like that she uses her platform to call bullshit like that out. Now I do want y'all to understand, I do not agree with everything Azalea Banks says, but when she's right, she's right.
And when she's wrong, she's fucking loud.
She's right until she's not. But we all are.
Again, the article goes on to say she has legitimate reasons to be angry. After all, she started the rap Weird Girl wave in 2012 with 212, but she also hasn't had a hit since, mostly due to her own outrageous behavior and lashing out at pretty much anyone she doesn't like, which seems to be at this point everyone. Doja's taken it much further without imploding, so of course Banks is mad at her. Oh, quote, it should have been me ass. Anyway, it's pretty funny how suddenly she's defending Nicki Minaj, someone else she once feuded with, because if anyone's going to move a goalpost, it's Azalea Banks. And I have to agree with everything said there at the end. She does this shit. She will drag a motherfucker, talk shit about a motherfucker, then use same said person as a way to shit on somebody else. That is a petty, miserable woman. Azalea Banks is a miserable human being.
Yeah, well, and that is from the desk of Derek. So now we are going to touch on more miserable people. Russell Simmons.
The Simmons clan. Oh my God. So this comes from TMZ. Russell Simmons Father's Day from hell. Kimura calls him out. Kids throw shade. Russell Simmons had a Father's Day worth forgetting, as his estranged family is accusing the music mogul of being gaslighting expert who's rattled their last nerves. The day took a sour start when Russ's oldest daughter, Ming, effectively burned her dad and wished her mother, Kimura Lee Simmons, a happy Father's Day. I have some thoughts on all of this, but I'm going to continue. Russ was apparently feeling left out from the Father's Day love and shared a not-so-cryptic post on IG blaming his estranged wife, Kimura, for making him jump through hoops to be a father to his kids. Unfortunately for the Def Jam Records co-founder, his kids didn't see it that way and continued to drag him. On Monday, Kimura went live and explained the issues with Russ run deep. She says she's had Russ blocked on social media for a long time, yet he still continues to post like they're good friends. What equals 250, these are shots from, this is WhatsApp is what it looks like. What equals $250 million of my money? It's obviously mine. Obviously, last time I'm saying this, I just thought you were busy and traveling or whatever, and I saw his number on under Aoki's B friend. I guess that's supposed to be boyfriend or best friend. Don't respond. He really can't understand your mother, and neither can you. It's okay. Punish me. You aren't stupid. Stop it. At some point, you know the truth. Honestly, I just care about your well-being. I loved you. This was Russell, I'm guess, talking to one of the daughters. Their response was, you are being blocked for not respecting my boundary. I asked you 10 million times to not talk to me about this lawsuit again. Happy holidays. I loved you. I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well, and you call my mother a piece of shit. Neutral my ass. This is what Russell says. I don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids, as she promised she's actually is. I don't know. She says, you will never something again. I will never speak to you until you die. Don't ever say that again. She did not steal it. You lost it. She's a piece of shit. He was clearly typing too fast. She says, understand, you lost it with your actions. The other daughter, Aoki, also shared a ton of rancid text messages between her and Russ in a muted video of him raging manically on FaceTime. She told her followers she also was at her last resort with mending the relationship. The family seems to think he's suffering from some sort of mental issue and refuses to get checked out. We reached out to a rep for Russ. So far, no word back. You want to take this? Because I have nothing. I have nothing. I have some things, actually, I could say, but I'm going to leave it. So if you want to...
No, go ahead and say it, because then the thing is that I may have something to add on to it. It may be what I'm thinking.
Well, see, this is different for me because... Okay, fuck it, I'm going to say it. So Kimora Lee Simmons is actually from Florissant, Missouri. A lot of people don't know Ferguson and Florissant are basically teamed together. What people don't know, when they think of Ferguson, they obviously think of Mike Brown. Ferguson and Florissant is a small suburb of North County, St. Louis. The high school that Kimora Lee Simmons went to is Lutheran North. It is on Lucas and Hunt Road. It is right down the street from where I went to high school. My mother tried to send me to that high school, and I did not want to go to private school. I know quite a few people who know her. She is... And I only saw her in passing once. This is before she married Russell, but she was already modeling at this point. She was quite arrogant, although, again, she was very young at this point. But, again, like I said, I know people that know her personally, and she's always kind of been an ass. However, I'm not excusing what the fuck Russell Simmons did. I saw a nigga trying to cap for him on Twitter earlier. Yes, Russell Simmons is responsible somewhat for the culture. He really is. However, that does not omit him or absolve him from being a fucking disgusting racist human being. Not racist, rapist. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Isn't that why he went into hiding or something? They say he went into hiding or he left the country?
Apparently in Bali. He's apparently in Bali, and they will not extradite to the U.S.
Yes.
As far as Kimora and her current husband, who she's apparently estranged from as well, apparently there was some situation because he's some sort of a financier or a banker, and from my understanding, he must have told Russell about some sort of deal. He's like, yeah, you just give me X amount of money and blah 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 blah, and it didn't go down that way. So Russell feels like they stole his money. Again,
kind of like what was Alpha Power, the holdings company.
Say what?
The Power, what Tariq and Bree worked at. Yeah, Weston Holdings. Yeah.
From my understanding, not exactly like that, but you know, for shits and giggles, something to that effect. Russell co-founded, well, Rick Rubin had actually already started Def Jam in his NYU dorm room. Russell showed him how to hustle, and they took it to Broadway and Central Park, et cetera, and got distribution deals. And Def Jam was the culture until they signed like people like Justin Bieber and a bunch of other shit. I never understood that, but Def Jam was the culture. They were DMX, they were Jay-Z, they were Ja Rule, they were LL Cool J, they were Method Man, they were Slick Rick, they were Warren G. Like, Def Jam was the culture. It was basically the mecca of hip hop. Russell not only gave us Def Jam, he gave us Def Comedy Jam, which if you watched any kind of stand-up comedy in the 90s, you watched Def Comedy Jam on HBO, right? Fat Form. I never wore a bunch of Fat Form, but I know a lot of niggas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the man is responsible for the culture that I am a part of. However, that does not absolve him of being a fucking racist. I want to be very fucking clear about that. Kimora, for all the things that I've been told about her personally, again, that has no merit on her as a mother. So whatever this situation is, there's no way he should be blasting his daughters like that. I don't care how old my kid gets, I would never talk to her like that.
What I want,
my child is very
I want the audio. I don't know why she muted it. I want to hear the audio.
Well, the way he was screaming in that fucking video, it's only a wonder what he said.
Right. But here's my thing. Don't halfway blast his ass. Fully blast his ass.
Blast him. Did you see the documentary where all those women accused him of sexual assault?
I did not.
Oh my God, it's something. It makes you look at the guy differently. Like I said.
But I definitely
Russell
did
Simmons,
know that he was, he was with the assault shit. And I knew that's why, because remember, I was the one that said it. I was like, that's why he in another country, fled the country or something. But yeah, that's yeah.
It's called On the Record. It is still on Max, or it's on Max, which formerly HBO Max, or it's on Amazon Prime. One woman says she went up to his apartment, I think, to play music or something like that, and she walked into a doorway and he was standing there butt ass naked with his dick out. That nigga's a predator.
That's not funny, but that's funny.
Stop.
That's funny.
That nigga's a predator.
Like, whoa, motherfucker.
He's 100% a fucking predator.
What if he's just a nudist?
I mean, he probably tried to pass it off like that, but you usually go to a colony for that. You don't invite people back to your fucking apartment and just come out with your dick hanging like.
Bitch, it's my house.
They said that a lot of women in the office and stuff like that, like.
No, definitely not in the workplace, but at your house, hey, you do what you want, right?
Russell's an interesting cat, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I wonder.
Interesting rapist, yeah.
That too. I wonder how Rev feels about this.
Oh, that's a good question. Or maybe, you know what? He might be one of the people, I am not my brother, so I don't feel anything.
Let me ask you this, because there's a school of thought about this, because a lot of people were like, these kids are acting privileged because he wouldn't send her an Uber one night. Then also, there's the rush card thing. You remember the rush card?
I do remember the rush card.
He scammed a bunch of people out of money because he told people in the commercial that the rush card would help you build your credit.
Yeah.
He absolutely did not do that. Then the Kimura and the girls are saying he didn't pay for them to go to college. I don't know how much of that I believe. I'm sorry. There's just certain things.
Well, what she said was that he cut them off during college. He cut them off during college. So it sounds like to me he started and then he cut them off.
Those kids had a better life than half of the country. Let's be honest.
Half the country. Kimura, they had a better life, probably more than like 80% of the country.
Would Kimura Lee have had baby fat if not for Russell? Because baby fat was just a female extension of fat form. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I don't. So I'm not. This is not me shooting him any bail. I'm just saying, whatever their relationship is with their father, that's their father and their relationship, and I have no business really commenting on it. Right. We probably should have left this topic alone, but I felt like it kind of needed to be addressed. That is their father.
Yeah.
I do know that those kids had a better life than a greater portion of the kids in the country, especially kids their age. That's all I'm going to say. But this is almost, it's not exactly the same thing, but I would be like, what if we saw Sasha and Malia on fucking social media airing Barack out, and then Michelle joined in?
But here's the thing with that also being said, you cannot.
I don't know their story.
Money does not make up for you having an absent father.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all. I will give you that. I don't know their story, so I can't say.
And I think, you want to know something? I think that, remember, like, what was it last week that we had to talk about P. Diddy's son? I think that has a lot to do with why the mother was so upset. Money does not make up for you being an absent father.
And that's true, but guess what? At the same fucking time, Justin is 30 years old. Misa can be mad at Puff all she wants. Justin drunk. He is of legal age. He decided to have those drinks and get in a car. Whether Diddy could have been Ward fucking Cleaver. And that might not have stopped Justin from getting behind the
But you want to know something else too, Derek? Here's the thing. People, they do the things that they do.
Misa's argument was that Puff is setting a bad example. That's my understanding. But again, Justin is 30 fucking years old. He's 30 years old.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Because when that coach was treating Justin like shit when he was at UCLA, and Puff went in there in the weight room and beat the coach ass with fucking cowbells, Misa didn't say anything then. When Misa got all her clients from her relationship with Puff, we ain't heard a peep out of that woman in years. Fucking years.
Yeah, but here's the thing also. Here's the thing, like I said, and when I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again, we gonna put a pin in that, and we gonna come back to it, cause you want to see, you see, most shit about Kimora, what Kimora is coming out. So it's only it's gonna be a couple of weeks, and I guarantee you, whatever the fuck Misa was talking about is gonna come out. When Kimora was talking about, it's gonna come out, because didn't I say let's put a pin in it and come back to it? And I was like, because the plot gonna thicken, and what is the plot doing, Derek?
I mean, it's getting thick in the motherfucking.
So we gonna put a pin in that, and we gonna come back to it. So now we have touched on the Diddy family situation. Now this week it is the Kimora and her kids situation with Russell, and I bet you give us maybe 2 more weeks, and it's gonna be more that's coming out about
I will say this: Russell was Puff's like idol.
Yeah, so here it's coming. It's coming. It's like I said, let's put a pin in it, and we could end the show here. We could, and I'm telling you, I want to put a pin in this. I don't want to talk about it too much more.
Last point. I have one.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Because that's definite.
Kimora and Russell and Ming and Aoki's situation is very different from Diddy, Misa, and Justin's situation. That's all I'm saying.
And that may be true. But here's the thing: it's gonna lead to more coming out.
It can lead to more, but at the same time, how old are Ming and Aoki? Let's look up their ages really quick.
They're still within their teen years, I think. I don't even think they're in their 20s yet.
Ming Lee is 23.
Oh, okay.
So then Aoki is still a teen at best. Aoki is 20. So them feeling a certain way is one thing. They are just really hitting adulthood. Justin is 30. I know Misa, and we all say this. As parents, it doesn't, because my mother still says it to me, it doesn't matter how old you get, you're still my baby. You're still my baby. So Misa protecting her son is one thing, but you also have to admit and acknowledge that your son is 30 fucking years old. Justin knew better than to drink and drive.
Yeah.
And if you have here's one thing. If you a regular nigga and you ain't got the money for an Uber and you feel like, nah, let me just drive my own car, I'm gonna be good. That's one thing. When you have the means of a fucking car service, we can't sit there and cape for that boy. And he's not a boy, he's a fucking man. He's 30 years old. Like, the crazy part is, and this, I will watch videos. I'll just turn on YouTube and let videos play. Juicy came on the other fucking day. And guess who's in the pool? Misa holding Justin. I was in junior high when that came out. He's not a baby. I know that's her baby, but he's not a baby. Aoki and Ming, 23 and 20. I can see Kimora being like, hey, nah, nigga, you not gonna pull this shit.
No, because when Meech was talking about he was a minor at the airport, you dug at his ass. So stop.
Meech was how old though? Like 22?
Yeah, he's actually younger than them two.
He's younger than Ming. I mean, he's younger than Ming. Ming is the oldest of the two, and that's fine. Meech, you know what? The reason I don't give Meech grace in that situation is because Meech really acting like he's little Meech, like he's his father on the fucking TV show. Meech is trying to portray that role. You want to be Big Meech? Lil Meech, the second coming of Big Meech, you want to do all that shit?
No, I don't.
And then
So I disagree with you on that.
I think he 100%. I think he 100% is. I think the only thing the nigga's not doing is selling dope.
Yeah, which the thing is that if he's not selling dope, then he's not trying to walk in Big Meech's shadows. He's acting. Okay. He's doing no different than Michael Rainey Jr. He's acting.
Who the fuck? Come on, man. After 9/11, what kind? After Joel Santana, after Cat Williams. After X amount of niggas got caught, all them niggas got caught at the airport, Why are you stupid niggas still going to the airport with guns? Let's be real.
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand that at all. I don't understand that at all. I will never understand that, because here's the thing: you don't hear. I mean, you might. I don't hear too many regular, everyday people taking guns to the airport. You know why? Because we're not gonna get off like they do. Our ass gonna be sitting in fucking
Thank you.
sitting in fucking solitary confinement for 30 years.
Your best defense was, I'm still a minor,
But
Demetrius.
I really love
like
how
Charles.
you be calling these people by their whole government names like you their daddy.
Because I feel like Charles. Tell me what it's like, Demetrius.
Oh, I know you not feeling like Charles, nasty fucking judgmental asshole.
I don't feel like Charles when Charles be on that Charles bullshit, but I feel like
Charles is
when he be
always on
sunning
some
that nigga
bullshit. But
when Charles be now Charles be wrong because he be sunning a nigga Meech. That nigga Terry can set some shit on fire. Nah, Terry's fine, baby. Let Terry do Terry. Terry just as wild as that nigga Meech.
if not more wild, because he out here fucking old ladies.
But here's the thing. Again, Meech at the airport, you shouldn't have had the gun, dog. You shouldn't have had the gun, my nigga. You shouldn't have had the gun. I can't say it any like after 9/11, nigga, you can barely take a if your toothbrush is sharp on the end, niggas gonna think you trying to take down the plane. Why would you take a gun in an airport?
I think it's also a thing of, if you want my honest opinion, and this is going to take us into our closing. I think it's honestly a thing of they're young, they're stupid, and they think because they're rich and they're famous now, they have diplomatic immunity.
Them out of everything.
Absolutely,
they think their money will get them out of everything.
and that's all that it is, honestly. And it's and here's the thing. You know what? He wasn't wrong, because did he get in trouble for it? No, he did not.
Apparently not. Okay, but at the same time, whether he had money or not, Justin could have been regular old Justin from North St. Louis, and Misa could have been his mama who grew up on the north side of St. Louis. I don't have a Facebook. If I did not logged in and saw that shit, I'd have told Misa the same way. Hey, not too much on this nigga Puff, because guess what? Your son is 30 fucking years old.
His son is 30 something years old, but you do still need to be a better example. So how about that?
And I'm not saying the nigga Puff is a great example for them kids by any means. But at the same time, guess what? You have to turn the page and allow that. Like, if Justin was into some shit, they'd be like, nah, let him be a man. Let him be a man. Let him grow up. Let him be a man. Now Justin in trouble. Oh, it's Diddy's fault. No, it's not. That nigga's 30 years old. Okay. Justin ain't but fucking... I'm 41. That nigga ain't but 9 years younger than me. Or 11 years younger than me. I'm sorry.
That's a big fucking difference, but
at 30 years old, I didn't get no. I've never had a DUI. I've never had a DWI. None of that shit. I wasn't stupid enough to do that. Period. We're not gonna look.
Well, we not doing nothing. I agree. He's 30 years old. He makes his own decisions. He's an overly grown man. But Diddy do need to be a better role model. So. Because that's not even. Let's pretend for a second.
You know what?
We're not even going to talk about for the 30-year-old child. He still has teenagers. He has a little baby. He has an infant.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad. I was about to say him running around with woman to woman doing whatever he's doing when he has those 3 impressionable young girls at house. He probably does.
And to be honest with you, I'm being completely honest with you. Hey. Like they say with Carisha first baby daddy, with Carisha baby daddy, that he out here being a baby mama, take care of that child. Carisha not somebody I would want around my children.
Me either.
And that's because me being completely honest.
If my kids can log on to YouTube and see you asking bitches, would you eat my pussy? Then
exactly. Talk about you showing your coochie print. And the thing is that we are parents of daughters. I don't want that. I wouldn't want them around my children.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. And not too much on Carisha, but I'm sorry. That's just my stance. Y'all can.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing. The thing is that here's the thing. What me and Derek do agree on. Carisha's attractive. She's a beautiful woman, but
it's
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
You know what?
And you have 16-year-olds. So guess what? 16-years-olds. Where's their minds at? On boys.
They emulate.
And you
Here's
can't
one
tell
point I
me
got for
you know what? If I was one of them twins and he said you can't wear that to school, why? Your girlfriend wearing the same thing and you like it when she wear it.
No, here's the perfect example I have for this, and this was like crazy. So this is a wrestling reference, right? You remember China, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, after China departed ways with WWE,
She did porn.
She started doing porn.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Stone Cold Steve Austin had a podcast, and he asked Triple H, he was like, the fans want to know. This is before China passed away. He was like, is China going to get into the WWE Hall of Fame? And Triple H was like, well, here's the thing. It's a tough situation. Because at any point, any day, somebody can go grab a computer, tablet, or cell phone and go on Google and type in China, and the way that it's spelled, Chyna. And also, a lot of them chicks in the game, Black China, etc., whoever's taking the China name or whatever, pay homage, because y'all all spell it Chyna, and we know where that started. Pay homage, for real. Let's be real. You know anybody that was calling themselves China and spelling it that way before China of WWE? Because I sure as fuck don't. Pay homage to the God. That's all I'm saying. But Paul was like, anybody could log on any time of the day, type in China, and then they could find a bunch of, videos that aren't good for people of a certain age, etc. So that's something that we have to look at when deciding whether she's going to be in the Hall of Fame or not. And that's the sense. It's not exactly the same thing you're saying, but like you said, Puff was to tell them girls you can't wear that. Well, why the fuck not? Carisha wearing it. Then he got a whole fucking problem on his hands and shit. And 16-year-old girls can be mouthy. They can also be very fucking impressionable.
And you know what? Not only that, but guess what? They gonna say, okay. They gonna go in their room, pack that outfit, and when they go to school, what they gonna do? Change into it.
Change it. My thing is this. I don't know who is the twins' mother.
I think Kim is their mom. Yeah, I think Kim is their mom. Cause they look like whatchamacallit to me.
They look like Christian.
Yeah.
I think Kim was their mother. That nigga doubled back because him and Kim was done. Puff a wild nigga. But anyway, yeah, he does need to be a better example for the teenagers and that baby that's in that household now. But Misa said he needs to be a better example for Justin to a certain extent. Justin still has to be a man and make the right decision.
You're right. Because I mean, you know, he's not 20 in his 20s, his early 20s no more. Well, we still consider him immature. You're overly grown. Like he's the same age as me, and you realize I have a household. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get up and go clock at a punch a 9 to 5 each, or 8 to 5.
And them niggas probably got some cozy position at Bad Boy.
Exactly.
Like Christian actually records music. Justin, is he still a fashion model or whatever he was? Quincy acts.
Yeah.
I think Justin's just a model.
And the twins model.
But he never has to worry.
Oh yeah.
He never has to worry about missing a meal or anything like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. You're 100% right. Hey, you're overly grown. If you would have had, you're at least, we know for a fact you're at least old enough to have at least a 9-year-old. So the fact of the matter is that you were given a privileged life, so that's why you're allowed to do these types of things. I cannot go out there. I'm 30, never had a DUI, never had a DWI.
And if we get one, we have to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, here's the thing. If I feel as though, and my mama will attest to this, if I feel as though I'm getting too drunk, or if I feel as though I know I'm about to go get drunk, I will call her and be like, hey, I need you to come get me. You got to come get me. Because the fact of the matter is,
I know that I'm drunk.
It's not even, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not because I'm scared of a DUI. It's because I'm under the influence and I would hate to hurt someone else because of my stupid actions.
And also, I want to make it home to my kids.
And yeah, the thing is that, and well, here's the thing. It's with me, if I go out there and get behind the wheel under the influence and I don't make it home, that's completely on me. But here's the thing. If I get behind the wheel and I'm under the influence and someone else doesn't make it home. That's something. And because 9 times out of 10, when you drive drunk and you hit someone else, they don't make it and you do.
Yep.
And that's something that I cannot live with. That is one of the reasons why I do not drink and drive. I do not do anything really and drive, because the fact of the matter is that I cannot live with myself if I was to take away someone's mother, sister, cousin, mom, So hey, he know better, so do better. You have more access to not DoorDash, to Ubers and Lyfts and drivers. You can afford a fucking driver.
An actual car service.
Yeah.
Car service.
Shit, you could have fucking walked, bro. You could have. It's in New York. You could have hailed a fucking taxi. So at this moment,
I thought it was L.A. where it happened.
Oh, I don't know, but even so, it was either on one of the big cities on the either coast. You know what I'm saying? There's so many options nowadays. We know how to work our phone when we're pissy drunk.
The unlimited options, because guess what? Everybody knows he's Puff's son.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You had so many options.
Like, yo,
somebody else could have put you in a car service. You could have said,
"Can I get a ride?"
Yeah,
come on, nigga.
You know he wasn't at that club alone. I'm pretty sure he was in there with amongst the greats. So here's the thing: somebody could have given you a ride home. So at this moment, Derek had to drill it into my head, but I agree 100%. I agree that Derek Diddy does need to be a better role model, but you're a grown man and you fucking know better. And luckily, all you did was get arrested, because it could have been 100% fucking worse. And if it would have been worse, I would have agreed that you should have been sitting your ass behind bars for the rest of your life. So you should be lucky.
Remember when Run's house was on TV and they caught JoJo smoking weed in his car? Like, bro, you decided to post up in Manhattan in your Benz as a black man and get high.
Yeah.
Drive your ass back out to Jersey and get high in your car in your own driveway on your own property. Now TMZ got you and your daddy got to come get you from the fucking police department in the middle of the night. So anyway,
and you guys, that's our show. Have a good night.
It's good to be back. We appreciate everybody. We actually have a new addition to the show. It's called Overtime. It is available on our blog. It's on the Tumblr. The Tumblr details will be here in the episode notes, so you guys can go there on Thursdays, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, every Thursday for an episode of Overtime. Usually these episodes are going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes in total length, where we will discuss other topics that didn't make the main show. We'll also be fielding questions, emails, stuff like that. So make sure you guys tap in with us. We're trying to really take this thing big and go really, really deep with it. We appreciate all the love and appreciate you guys rocking with us. And that's all our time we have for today. Peace out.